Hopefully we are back. Okay, is everybody back? Are we back? I don't know why, but OBS just decided to close all on its own. Hopefully we're back. I apologize, guys. And I'm not going to update my password, but you guys can. This is the password. Well, if I can type it in correctly. I've got my password from here, and I'm putting it in this box right here, and you can see that it opens up, and here are the files. I can download, I can go to the tutorials. I'm not going to update my password, but you will want to say yes, update your password. So that's all there is to it. You come to Ko-fi, you go to the, or from Patreon. Patreon, you guys are just going to go straight to the site. There is a password post that gives you the password post in Patreon. You can just go to the tags. It's just like latest post here, and you will see the same file. It's a September calendar. But you're going to get that password from here. You're going to click the link to my site in that password post. I provided it for you. So it pops you right here. You're going to click on the exclusive design, SVG, or Christmas tab, any one of them. Put in your password into that black box, and you're good to go. Hi, Kim. So just so you guys know, and if anybody has any questions or they get confused, please let me know. I'm happy to help you. A couple of people have, or one actually, or two, no, it was two. People said that they could not get in. So I just wanted to clarify and make sure that you guys knew how to get in, because I cannot issue refunds on that, guys, because I have no way of proving that you didn't get in. But you can cancel your subscriptions at any time. And if you're not happy with it, I'm truly sorry. I try to make it as easy and the best way that I know how for you guys to access the files as easily as possible. So just wanted to make sure that everybody knew how to get in, because nobody is ever locked out from the files if you're a subscriber. Nobody. I don't lock anybody out of the files. Okay, so next we have, let's see, let's do our earn-on, because that was the file over there. Yeah, Jamie, for some reason, I don't know why, OBS just crashed, dumped, whatever. I mean, I did go in and change a bunch of stuff and take all that Facebook out, so it may not have liked something and did that. I don't know, but we are back now. And just so everybody knows that comes back on, this is the same live, because it may do two lives. I may have to find a way to combine them, but this is the second part. So let's go and do our Mosaic iron-on and see if we can't get it right. Actually, I need to show you guys. Oops. I'm sorry, we're not leaving. I did that. That was all me. I was working on it and I clicked the outro instead of the camera. Actually, I wanted to show one more thing before we go to the camera. These are the heat guides. I'm going to be using the Mosaic Holographic Sparkle from the Aurora sample, and we determined that it was the opal color out of that package. So I've come in here to my Easy Press and I've done my holographic sparkle because that is the only, other than regular holographic, that we have. So I've selected it, 100% cotton. I'm going to be using my Easy Press mat and apply, and it tells me 330 for 30 seconds, light pressure, warm peel. However, even though there are some tutorials we found, their temperatures don't mesh with what this is telling us. So we determined that we need to go in at 330 for 30 seconds. We need to wait about 10 seconds and peel that top carrier, because if you remember from the last video, the Mosaics have a double carrier, 2 carriers on it. And you're going to peel that top carrier after about 10 seconds of cooling. And then you're going to press that second carrier for about 5 to 10 seconds and let it cool for a few seconds, and then you're going to peel that second carrier, which that is not listed here. We're doing an iron-on chem from a couple of weeks ago where we had to fail, and there were reasons because not all the instruction was there and the video differed from the temps. So we've been playing with it, or Jamie and a few others have been playing with it, and we figured out a way to make it work, and that's what we're going to show tonight. We're also using foil on this shirt, so these are going to be our foil settings. And again, oops, that's the wrong one. That's my close to my heart, which y'all can see that. That's fine. There it is. See if that's the one we're doing tonight, right there. So let's go over and not do the outro. Let's go to the overhead cam. There we go. Yes, I think they do need their own instructions in the guide because it's super confusing. Like you said, Jamie, even the video that we saw, the temp on that they were using was different than what it was telling us to use. So let's go ahead. I've already pressed and found center of my shirt so that we didn't have to do that, guys. But I've got my Easy Press mat. Gonna use that. See if I can get you guys some better lighting. I hope that's better. And then we also have the Easy Press. So I'm using the large one. We're going to turn it on, and it's set at a temp for 330, and that's good. And then our time is for 30 seconds, and that's good. So we're just going to set it to the side and let that heat up. So while that's heating up, usually you're going to find center of your shirt and give it a press, all of that good stuff, which I've already done. So while it's heating up, we're going to go over the weeding process for this material. Now, I already weeded it. I do have a video, and it's short, like 5 minutes, on weeding iron-on. You mirror it, you cut it, you weed it. So, and I cut these out of scraps there. And here's my Mosaic, okay? And the opal was close to that purple, so that's why I'm going with the purple. But we're going to be lining these up in here like so. Okay? To weed this, it has a double carrier, and what that means, and I'm just going to show you since I've already weeded it. This is on here, like so. Oops. That's his tail, I think. I don't know. Anyway, we're going to find it out here. We're going to see if we can't get this in there. Oh, there it is, Finn. So, you've cut it, and then you're going to weed it. And when you weed it, you're going to peel it up from your design. And all your dots are going to be connected, okay? Instead of peeling one dot at a time. That's where that second carrier is, okay? Let me see if I've got a small piece here. Yeah. So when your design has been cut, And I showed this in the last video too. When you go to weed it, you're going to have to get that first carrier started. I know it's going to be hard for you guys to see, but I've got to get the carrier started where I can see it. There we go. So you're going to weed and you're going to peel out the parts that you don't want, and you can see that it has a double carrier. All your dots are on this carrier, and this is your main carrier. Okay, 1 and 2. So that's how you're going to weed it. Once you've weeded all of that, then you're ready to apply the iron-on. So I'm just going to guesstimate where I want this on the shirt. Here, I'll smooth everything out. That looks. This is a scoop neck, not a regular t-shirt, so still going to get about half here. So now that's probably right about right. I don't want all those wrinkles in the shirt for sure. Use your lint rollers, all of that. Get your shirt nice and neat like you need it. And we're going to start with this design because this one is at a higher temp and this one is at a lower temp. So once we have that, then we're going to cover it with your Teflon sheet or your Cricut sheet, whichever one you're using. I have to make sure I don't want to leave, because of my design, I think I'm gonna rotate my mat just slightly so that nothing's hanging off of that mat. My big mat won't fit up here for everybody to see. So everything is on the mat. I don't have anything hanging off, so it should be fine. I'm gonna cover it. And then we're gonna press for 30 seconds at 330. Jamie, if you don't mind, if you could kind of post in the directions that we're using when we do these so that they will have them. And I'm just doing a light pressure, guys. I'm not giving this really any weight or anything like that at all. And I think I've got the whole design covered. Then I'm going to remove that. We're going to let this cool for a few seconds. Okay? Let it cool. Not long. You don't want it for long, but you do want to let it cool. And then you're going to peel, and I found that it is, if you cut your carrier back like I did and give yourself something to grab hold of, it's a lot easier to peel this. And we're kind of peeling this. That's not completely stuck, but we're going to be reheating as well. Got one little place right there where it may be still too hot. Just give yours time to cool and just keep going. And you notice that I only got my top carrier. The other carrier is still there. This is the one that can be a little booger to get off. So we're gonna get that back on my mat, get him all centered up so that he's completely on right there. I'm gonna cover it again. This is the part that's not in the instructions, guys. And we're going to heat this for about 10 to 15 seconds. And I'm giving a few extra seconds because I had a couple of little spots that weren't stuck. So we're just going to heat that second carrier is what we're doing. Okay. We're going to give that a second to cool. And I'm probably going to have to reheat this more than once because it's in little bitty pieces, which I didn't think of when I did this. You want to peel this carrier warm and not hot. And once you start peeling it, just keep going. Trust me, it is easier. And again, I may have to heat this more than once. I should have thought about that with this design, but I didn't. If any of your dots are coming up, you'll want to stop and heat. And I'm still warm here. So I'm just going to peel as much as I can while it's warm and then reheat. Just for a few seconds, not long, just enough to be able to peel. And I'm just gonna do this. This is where the mini, if you have a design like this, the mini would be awesome for this right here. So you could heat for a few seconds and use that mini just to heat the little sections that you're working on. I can't wait for that thing. It's gonna be a lot of fun. To me, the hardest part about working with this holographic is getting hold of this second carrier. But it's so pretty when it's done. Well, come here. Come here, come here. I lost one dot. I'm going to live with it. So does anybody have, while we're working on this, any design space questions or project issues? I wish this carrier had some kind of an edge on it so that you could grab it. That's my only complaint of it. It's very hard to grasp. Got that one, got that one. You can tell which ones you have to if you have a large design like this. I'm gonna heat it. Right, where I lost that dot, I can just affix out of that scrap piece that I have. I've got plenty of dots, so I'm not worried about losing a dot here or there. Well, I can't seem to get hold of it. That seems to be my issue. Once you get a hold of it, it's fine. But it's just grasping it. This stuff is sticky, I tell you. It sticks. So guys, which projects have you been working on? I really don't want to make you guys watch me weed this whole thing. I mean, peel this whole design. Unless you just want to. Yep, I missed a couple of dots there. If the dots are coming up, you need to reheat. your eyebrow tweezers. But I didn't think about that. I don't have mine in here. That mat gets so hot. Well, I am going to say don't do this design with mosaics unless you have some patience. That one's off, that one's off. This would be pretty with just regular holographic too. Come here. Not warm enough. It has to be warm, guys. That's the only way it'll work. It has to be warm. They don't have enough grip to hold it. I think that's what it is too, Jamie. I wonder if mine... maybe. No, I don't know. You don't want it to be hot when you peel it, because the dots will come up, and you don't want it to be cold because the dots will come up. It's like a happy medium. But I think my weeding tool is working better at getting the edge up than my tweezers are. Yeah, I gotta heat that. You can't peel it cold, that's for sure. It has to be warm. I wished I had thought about this design before I did it. And I could be overheating it, but I think it'll be okay. That's my only other concern, is that having to reheat it to get this carrier off. But it does, now in defense of the product, on the product page, it does tell you that your image needs to be 3 inches or larger. And not all of my images on this, because you have to consider each one of these an image. But I am not going to make you guys watch me reheat and peel each and every one of these. I will post a photo when it's done in the group for you guys to see, but I am going to stop trying to fight it on camera for you guys, where I can get a brighter light over here and see it. Yeah, because I don't want to lose my dots. I don't want to pull those off. So we're going to put on our temperature on 295, and I'm going to put in my foil just so you guys can see. Let's see, temperature minus 295. I'm going to take that temp down. Yeah, I cut it. Sheila, don't cut it in holographic. I'll hear Sheila screaming from wherever she is about this turtle if she cuts it in this mosaic. I'm just going to peel a couple more of these while I'm waiting on the temp to drop for that foil. I say I am. There he is. And that one was pretty cool when it peeled. So maybe you just have to grasp it in the right direction maybe, because I did change directions on that one. Maybe, just maybe. Yeah, but they just, I have to agree with Jamie. I don't think they just have enough grip on those tweezers to get it. Lost 2 dots there. So yep, warm, work quickly. I would do this design with the Easy Press Mini when it comes out in the Mosaics. That is my solution. But I'm going to go ahead and put my foil on there, and I will finish peeling these when I get my mini so I don't overheat my foil. I'm just going to line that up in there, like so. Let's stand up and see if I got it like I want it. Like so. I'm going to cover it. That's okay over there because I'll just cover it like that. And we're at 3:02, so I'm just going to do this for about 25 seconds. That's 295. I knew it would drop pretty quick, but there we go. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking, Jamie, is if you're going to do this more solid mass that you have where you can heat it and peel at one time, you're fine. But if you're cutting in small pieces like I am, you're going to need the mini to do it with. That's just the gist of that. But I love the product. I love it. I think it's beautiful. I'm going to let that foil cool, and while that foil is cooling, I am going to try to pull off some of this while it's still warm. But yeah, it works beautifully while it's warm. I don't have any problem with it. There's nothing wrong with the product. Again, I just picked the wrong design for this one. But that's working, Jamie. The 30 seconds reheat and peel is the ticket, which is not listed on there, so you guys know. But if you do it that way, it's going to work for you. Oops. Thought I had it, but maybe not. Yeah, I'm going to reheat that one. It's already too cool. It has to be warm, and it works beautifully. This one I did warm. This one was slightly cool. The warmer it is, the better, but not hot. And of course, your foil is a cold peel. And you cold peel that so that it doesn't take the shine away. So that it's nice and bright like the rest of it. If you see how that's nice and vibrant, you want it to be vibrant like this one has no carrier on it right here. But guys, it just feels so nice and soft and easy, instead of being like a solid mass. So I'm really liking it. I'm just going to take my time and peel my carriers off, and I think I'm going to be happy with it. Right, I think this will be great for the mini, so that I could heat just a section and peel it. Next time I would probably do a more solid design. But I think I'm going to love this shirt. Yes, Sue, it's bound to happen because, I mean, I love this design, and to me it's going to be worth the struggle of going back and forth and getting the little pieces off. But I could have done this probably in a more solid design and not had any struggle with it. Because I'm thinking the first time that we did it, we had a fail, but it was because we didn't have really good direction. And this time it's just a poor design choice on my part. But as far as the product, that does work. If you heat it for 30 seconds at 330, notice we did not go and heat it on the back. We heated it on the front strictly for 30 seconds. Then we peeled the top carrier. We reheated it for about 10 to 15 seconds, peeled the second carrier, and that works because we had no problem doing it right here like that. As it gets cool, you'll know if it's too cool to peel because you'll start losing dots, or if it's too hot to peel, you'll lose dots. But it's definitely worth it. It's so pretty. I wish you guys could see how really, really, really pretty that is. The camera's just not doing it justice. It is gorgeous. So to me, the little pieces and picking, it's going to be totally worth it. Totally, totally. Okay, does anybody have any design space or any project issues? Because we like issues. We like to solve them. Okay, if nobody has any questions, again, if you do, you can come right over to Cricut Maker Projects, Crafting with April, whichever one of the groups you're in, the card group, and ask your questions. So I can't wait to get back to this, and I want to wear this shirt this week. Don't forget that the Cricut Mini is going on sale on Friday. The app is fine. I had a glitch, but we discovered something that was on my computer from a previous time, and that's why I had an issue with it at first. I reloaded it, and I haven't had any problem. I have not had any problem at all. As a matter of fact, let's see. It's starting up. You guys can't see it. You'll get a little box that says it's starting. This is the download version right here. This is it. Works just as well. To me, it's a little faster than the other. My first one wasn't, but we discovered that nobody else got a pop-up like I got when I installed mine, so I took it out and reinstalled it, and I haven't had any issues with it since. So now I'm liking it. At first I didn't like it. Honestly, I didn't like it at first, but like I said, I had an issue. So if you're in the download, that you're going to see this beta 4.6.5. The glyphs and the text are not working, and they're working on it. Okay. Thanks, Jamie. I hadn't even checked that. I hadn't even looked. Does everybody know what she means by glyphs in text? Those are your extra characters. Let's see. The frames are working, but that is actually a font. Oh, shoot. Thank you. Beep. Did it change? Should have changed. Let's see. The frames are working, but that is actually a font. Let's see. Let's open up font book. I had upright, didn't I? Yeah, okay. So thank you guys for reminding me. Sometimes I click it and I just don't know if it doesn't take, and then sometimes I do forget. Command C. Let me get out of. Oh, that's not the download. Let me just close that out altogether. There we go. Seems to be working now. Looks like it's working. Yay, they may have fixed it, Jamie. Or maybe it's just that font. They may have it done. Yay! Exactly. I'm using font book. You would be using your character map on a Windows computer. Did they say, Jamie, if the glyphs, if they were in Windows or on a Mac? Or I'm pretty sure you got all that information. Jamie's very good at keeping us straight on all of our computer stuff. You didn't check it today? Mine seems to be working. Now, that doesn't mean anything because you guys know that mine wasn't working 3 days ago, 4 days ago. That one's working too. Okay, it wasn't working on either. So they must have fixed it. That was fast. You were testing on Samantha Craft. Let me go back and check that one. Just because I don't want to get their hopes up and then it not be working. Samantha Craft seems to be working too. Let me go down here and get one of the really weird glyphs. Yay! Thank you, Cricut. So it's working now. So yeah, guys, go ahead and get the download if you want to. I did notice that patterns uploads and pattern fill is faster than it was on the online. It is faster. Yay. Keep my easy press on so that I can work on my shirt. All right. So if you guys don't have any questions, if you do and you forgot to ask them or you think of something, come on over to the groups and ask. I will post a picture in the groups so that you guys can see my shirt when I'm finished. I'll get that out there to you because it's just a little tedious. I don't want you working on that. Now, something else that we're going to be working on Saturday, the 7th. Nope, the 14th. I may save this till next Monday because we go live on the 14th and the 28th on our Saturdays this month. And we're going to be live on the 9th, the 16th, the 23rd, and the 30th. So I'm going to say on the 9th, we are going to do some Halloween inspired iron-on patterns. Because I know a lot of you guys like patterns, and you guys can let me know which one you want to see. We may do both, but I wanted to cover some pattern iron-ons for you guys. Let me switch over. You guys can vote, or either I'll do both, whichever one you want. But I got these pattern iron-ons at... These are two of the new ones from Brilliant Vinyl. This is the tie-dye, and then this is the cats, or the, what did they call it? Halloween, spooky Halloween, something like that. But it's kind of like a sepia color. It's like a brown. It's not really black. It's like a vintage. I really like it. Really like it. See if you guys can get a little bit of light on its main color. But it's pretty. And I'm going to do a file for that so that you can use it. I think we will just do both, and I'll do 2 files, and that way you guys can get to see the use of 2 different printables. Yeah, and that way it'll give you some ideas of how to use up your printables and how to use them. Just remember when you're using printables that you need a bigger mass. You don't want really thin lines because it's not going to show up. You don't want a thin line with it. So that's planned for the 9th, and I will get that up and post it just as quickly as I possibly can. And I'm going to go to work on my shirt. Yes, we are. So I'm going to do the live on this next Monday. The 9th. We're gonna be working on these because these are already printed, not something that I printed. It's different from StarCraft, so it applies a little bit differently, but it can be a lot of fun to work with. Lots of fun. All right, guys, I thank you for joining me. Thank you, moderators. Thank you, supporters. I greatly appreciate you, Patreon and Ko-fi's. Couldn't do it without all of you guys. You're super. And I want to say welcome to the team to Marianne Penn and Gerald Brenner, who is... Gerald's here. Speak up, Gerald. Gerald's in there. I have not yet turned on her wrench in... the YouTube yet because I simply forgot, so I'll work on that too. They are our 2 newest moderators, so you guys give them a great big warm welcome, and we thank all of you, and I'll see you on Monday the 9th. Actually, I'll see you on Friday for Close to My Heart Day. Y'all have a wonderful night.